What's up with all the tattoos, man? What's going on? You got.
What? You want to know the truth?
Yes, I want to know the truth.
All right, brother. I got tired of my face, man. I had that face for 28 years. I wanted a new face.
Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully.
What is up, Fame Game family? Welcome back. You know, usually when a rapper comes home from prison, it's a moment of celebration. They walk out, the cameras flash, and they get back to the music. But when Blueface stepped out on November 3rd, the internet didn't celebrate. The internet froze. Because the man who walked out of that facility, honestly, he doesn't look like the same person who walked in. We need to talk about the tattoos. We need to talk about the eyes. And we definitely need to talk about the terrifying warning Katt Williams gave us months ago, a warning that is starting to look less like a conspiracy theory and more like a prophecy.
Wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
It's the new Blueface. Very, very different. There's a lot going on over here. I feel like somebody forced him to do this.
If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. We don't just scratch the surface, we dig into the stories the industry tries to keep quiet. Join the family and let's get into this. Let's start with the obvious. Blueface has always been messy. He's always been controversial. That's his brand. But what we are seeing now is something completely different. He didn't just get some new ink while he was locked up. This man has a literal grid of corporate logos stamped across his face. We are talking about the Chase Bank logo, the Walgreens W, the MLB logo, YSL. It's shocking because it doesn't make sense. Why would a celebrity whose face is his moneymaker treat his skin like a NASCAR bumper? It looks random, but if you look closer, it looks systematic. It looks like branding. And I don't mean marketing branding, I mean like cattle.
40 days or something, you know, so it's like...
But I mean, I think to a lot of people, dedicating your face to it at this point was an interesting decision. Like, how would you explain that?
I try to tell them where I'm from, no?
Fans immediately notice something else too. It's not just the ink, it's the eyes. Before prison, Blueface had a spark. He was chaotic, loud, arrogant, sure, but he was there. Look at the footage now. His eyes look flat. They look empty. He's speaking differently. His voice has dropped. He's carrying himself with this strange robotic calmness that feels unnatural.
I listen to you.
You got the lubricant?
What? Who the f*** is lubricant, baby? You know this one for the Wi-Fi.
What if I want to go in the box? Hey, you with it, huh?
Is it kind of weird?
He even released a video apologizing, talking about how he took classes at Civilization University inside. Civilization University. Does that sound like the Blueface we know? Or does that sound like someone who has been reprogrammed? This brings us straight to the man who tried to warn us all.
Thank you, myself. Second to myself, man. Get out of here.
Katt Williams. Remember that viral interview? Everyone focused on the jokes, but Katt was dropping serious knowledge about what he calls humiliation rituals. For years, Katt has been saying that the industry, whether it's Hollywood or the prison industrial complex, has a way of breaking people. He talked about the dress ritual, where comedians are forced to wear a dress. People laughed and thought, oh, it's just a costume. But Katt was clear. It is never about the dress. It is never about the outfit. It is about submission. Katt said, show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. His point was that the ritual is designed to break your spirit. You have to degrade yourself publicly to show the powers that be that you are owned. You have to prove that you will do anything they say, no matter how embarrassing, no matter how permanent. When you look at Blueface's face right now, covered in random, ugly corporate logos, is that not the ultimate form of submission? Is that not a permanent dress?
That's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about just following the ritual.
If you're following this theory so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps us get this video out to more people who need to wake up to what's happening. Now, we have to go a little darker because Katt didn't stop at humiliation. He connected all of this to something spiritual. Katt explicitly talked about Baphomet worship in the industry. He mentioned that 20 years ago he knew that transgender themes and the term GOAT would become normalized. He broke it down like this.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular.
In the Bible, the followers of God are the sheep. But in the industry, everyone wants to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Katt believes this is an inversion, a way to get people to worship the Baphomet figure, the goat head, without even realizing it. He talked about rituals where you have to show allegiance to this dark entity. So look at the industry today. We see these bizarre visuals everywhere. We see the obsession with the goat. We see men being emasculated. And now we see Blueface, a man who was known for his bravado, looking like he's been stripped of his identity and turned into a billboard.
Everybody's not the same. That's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, "That's not true. I'm on God's side." Like, none of them. The conversation was to show that
some conspiracy theorists are even saying those specific logos on his face aren't random. They think they are coded messages to industry insiders, like a badge that says, "I'm part of the system now. I've been broken. I'm ready to be used." Now, I want to be fair, there is another side to this story. Not everything is an Illuminati ritual. Sometimes prison is just prison. There is a very real, very gritty theory that Blueface didn't choose these tattoos at all. The rumor on the street is that he was pressed by gang members inside. Think about it. He enters prison as a flashy, arrogant celebrity. He's a target from day one. The theory is that he was forced to get these tattoos as a form of extortion or entertainment for the other inmates. It's a power move. They are basically saying, "We own your face." Some people are even whispering about the prison wife dynamic, that Blueface had to submit to other inmates for protection, and these tattoos were the price he paid to survive. If that's true, it's tragic. It's not a Hollywood ritual, it's just brutal survival. But here is the thing, the result is exactly the same. Whether it was a Hollywood executive in a boardroom or a gang leader in a cell block, the mechanism is identical. It is about power. It is about humiliation. It is about taking a man's identity and destroying it so that everyone watching knows he has been conquered. And Blueface isn't the first one. We have seen this pattern over and over again. Remember when Gucci Mane got out of prison? The internet went crazy saying he was a clone. Why? Because he looked different. He spoke different. The violence was gone, replaced by this eerie, polished smile. Remember Britney Spears shaving her head? That wasn't just a breakdown, that was her trying to take control of her own image before the industry could destroy it. Remember Kanye West wearing the full face masks for months? Orlando Brown walking around talking about his third eye and looking completely lost. Katt Williams says these aren't accidents. He calls it control, traumatize, and monetize. The industry finds people who are vulnerable, they push them until they break, and then they rebuild them into something they can control. Blueface was the perfect candidate. He was already unstable. He was already in trouble. Sending him to prison was the isolation phase, and now the reveal phase is here. He's back, but he's branded. So we have to ask ourselves the hard question. When you look at Blueface's face, do you see a man who made a bad choice out of boredom? Or do you see a man who has been systematically broken down, just like Katt Williams warned us? Is this Civilization University talk a sign of genuine growth? Or is it the script of a man who has been reprogrammed to play the game? One thing is for sure, the old Blueface is gone. The frequency has changed. And in this industry, nothing happens by accident. I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. This is a heavy topic. Do you think this is a humiliation ritual or just prison politics? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read all of them. And listen, if you want to stay ahead of the game and see the truth behind the glitz and glamour, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Fame Game. We're going to keep watching and we're going to keep talking. Thanks for watching, fam. Stay woke and I'll catch you in the next one.